Welcome back, listeners, to another episode of the Snake Pit. I'm your host, Son of Bat. I'm joined with Son of Phantom and Son of Monster here. And we watched this a few days ago. Some things came up, and now we're going to cover it. It is Atroz, directed by Lex Ortega, associate produced by Ruggero Deodato, who did Cannibal Holocaust. So you know this is going to be brutal. People call this the Mexican August Underground. And what do you guys think? Do you think I think it personally fits that tier of snuff film, found footage, videotapes, but do you think it's as brutal as this? Do you think it fits that category?
I think it fits the category. I wouldn't say it was as brutal, but it definitely fit the category, and it kind of gave off that tone of snuff film / surreal crime.
Demented shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. It was a really messed up film from start to finish. You just don't even feel bad for the main character at all. He's just another found footage film about a total piece of crap that is just scary.
Diabolical.
Messed up. Yeah, diabolical is a good word. Horrendous acts are performed. Just the whole movie. The whole movie is bad. Oh my god.
That in a good way, though.
In a good way. It's really, really
Fuck, I don't
really well animated.
I think the company was called LSD, whoever it was who did the effects. I'm pretty sure, because it was the credits for this movie were weird. They were showing up on graffiti tags, so I didn't notice it until halfway through. I'm like, oh shit, these are the production companies. These aren't just tags. So I think it was LSD or LDS, one of those two that fucking did the effects. They were brutal, yo. Holy shit. So basic rundown of the plot for those of you listening. It's there's these two serial killers, and in a drunk driving accident they kill a woman, and when the police come to investigate the scene, they find this videotape depicting the murder of a transvestite. So they arrest the two guys and they torture them to get more information. They go back to the scene of the crime with forensics units, and they find two more tapes. One depicting the murder of a stripper that must have been fairly recent to the one with the transvestite, and then a VHS tape which shows us one of the main killers. I believe his name was Goro or something like that. And it showed why he was the way he was, and then it had this wild twist at the end that we'll go into in a bit. But this movie was brutal. It had definitely had moments that made me think of August Underground, when the tranny was in the chair getting that was crazy too, because he put the camera on the guy on his fist, so a lot of the punch scenes it was right in the fucking face, and it was
So you were watching
brutal.
Someone get the shit kicked out of them.
Yeah.
It was brutal. It was just and it was just appalling how crazy it went. It was like gutter balls, cutting out the fucking, except in gutter balls it was a fake fucking boob over the chest. This guy straight out cut the implant out of her chest.
Yeah.
And then pissed in it. What? And he hit her so hard she shit herself.
Yeah.
And he picks it up and rubs it in her fucking broken leg and
the tit too.
In the tit too, yeah, and then even eats some of it.
Pisses all over her. And he starts eating the mixture and fucking, oh man.
Honestly, it reminded me of the first August Underground, because there's a scene kind of like that where there's a chick who gets eating in a chair and shits herself, and I was like, yeah, I can see how this is like August Underground. For me, the best part about this movie was the VHS tape, because it showed us how fucked up this person. It was brutal though, it was really bad.
What happened? What his father did to him was really, really messed up. But that it doesn't excuse what he did after and what he did before.
Tell the viewers what did the dad do?
So dad essentially just raped him because he found tapes assuming that he was gay, but he was just into some weird stuff, genital mutilation and all that.
With a giant dildo.
Yeah, took a giant, massive dildo, raped him.
Oh.
I'm gonna say it
really brutally. Yeah.
Fucking such a disturbing movie.
And then dressed him up in the girls' clothes he found, and he sent him off in the streets to go to school or some shit.
The one person who wasn't laughing at him and shit, who felt bad.
Someone covered him up.
Was the other killer, right? I swear, the only person who wasn't fucking him was the other killer.
Yeah. And he looked way different back then.
And they never even give a name. I swear, he's only referred to as fat ass and shit throughout the whole movie, which was weird. I could be wrong. It's also the main reason. We've been hitting a lot of the shatter today, and I don't really want to butcher all of these Mexican actors' names because I feel like I would look like an asshole and it would just be super disrespectful. Lex Ortega is the only one that I can pronounce. He's the director and the main killer, Goro. rest of y'all who were in this movie, if you see this, I'm sorry I didn't mention you, but it's just to save face at this point because I am fucking fried right now. But yeah, this movie, man, holy shit, like it gets worse too. So basically after this whole shaming ritual thing, because the dad, he wants to kick the kid out because he thinks he's gay, so the kid, he gets a bunch of PCP and a handgun and he pours it in the fucking coffee and the parents drink it. I'm pretty sure it's PCP and they just knock out. And then they wake up and he's basically got the dildo and put it into a strap-on, wrapped it in barbed wire, put an X-Acto knife through the fucking head, Prince Albert style. And he makes the mom put the strap-on on and rape the dad. And it was like the fist in the face fucking cam. It was a GoPro on the fucking dildo, so you got rectal cam footage of the barbed wire just cutting the inside of this fucking guy. And it was... I'm so glad the audio muted out too, and because like the audio got so distorted.
I thought that was a really cool effect that they used throughout to like signify pain, like intense pain. Because like when the body actually does go into like incredible shock, like sometimes you're just like blocking that shit out.
I'm just glad they did it because I didn't have to hear like really loud ear rape while that was going on. And then it gets crazier for all you metal people out there who know cattle decapitation. Pretty much, they did the fucking title of a track in this movie, Forced Gender Reassignment. Fucking homeboy, after he makes the mom finish with the dad, he basically cuts off the dad's dick and then he cuts off the mom's puss and her tits, and then he switches the tits and the puss with the dick and balls, and he Franken fucking cocks these people.
Yeah. And then he's just like grabbing his sister, watching them, and then they had like and
then they try to have sex, but then he can't get it up. The sister starts calling him gay, and then he slices her throat, and then realizes, it's not fucking sex that turns him on, it's blood. But you know what? We find that out earlier with the stripper though too. Remember? Because he gets super amped about how she's on her period and shit. And then the second date when he goes out with her, he's like, "Wait, you're not menstruating anymore," and he loses it, just like bashes her fucking head.
He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm off my period. It's okay." And then the guy he just like no,
crushes her fucking skull.
He grabs her, just like slams her against the bed, and fucking
gets that massive knife and just starts stabbing her in the fucking vagina.
Stabs her, stabs her so many times, and he just like, and then the fucking weird guy, the fat guy, comes in like after this whole brutal scene, and he's just like, he's like, this girl's been dead for like
a few minutes,
9 minutes at this point. He's like, he comes in, he's like, "Oh wow, does she give good head, bro?" And then he like takes a knife and fucking starts cutting on her face, and it's like, "Oh yeah," he's like, he's trying to do it before. It's just so fucked up. It's so fucked up.
Oh man,
it's like.
There was also, I remember you saying...
Just dirty. It just feels really dirty and grimy.
I remember you saying, though, right after we watched it, but like right after we watched it, you were like, it was like August Underground, but it had a more like structured plot.
Yeah, it had an actual plot. It's not just a bunch of fucking horrible snuff, awful adventures in crime and death and child rape. It's like... more adult children. Child rape. He was like 16, 17 when that was happening. Oh, dude,
the fucking...
It's so fucked up. This movie is really messed up, too. Honestly,
the twist was weird, and honestly, like, I remember the first time we watched this movie, we were like, you were like, I like the twist, and I was like, I don't really fucking like it. Every time since then that I've seen this movie, the twist has kind of grown on me a bit more, and it pulls like a program to kill, basically. Like, for those who don't know what that means is... There's like some MK Ultra type program going on, and the twist revealed by the cop at the end is Goro and his sister were essentially put in a fucked up household from the beginning to turn them into serial killers, to be used by the government to clean sweep people that the government or society doesn't want, like hobos, junkies, prostitutes, and shit like that. And the whole reason why Goro isn't in on the plan is because the transvestite he killed at the beginning of the movie happened to be... Was he the lover or the fucking brother to the cop? Like, they never made it... Like, he's related in some way. Like, he has some connection to the cop. And the cop basically tells him, you fucked with my family, so I'm gonna... You're not gonna work with me. And then the sister comes in, who he thought was dead.
It's the transvestite.
Yeah,
the cop is related to the transvestite.
Okay, so he's related to her. Okay, I thought... I didn't know if he was... if he was banging her or if he was related. But yeah, family, more or less family. And he fucking like, yeah, well, you can't be part of the organization now. And the sister gets led into the room and he gives her a box cutter. And she, like, one of the reviews was really dumb on IMDb. They said she was, like, zombified. I'm like, or like a zombie. And I'm like, I don't think so. She was literally a program to kill, like, MK Ultra.
Yeah.
And, like, she just runs at him with the box cutter and it cuts. Like, I wish there was more of that fucking scene, though.
Oh, man.
Like,
that would be such a
100%.
cool ending to that movie.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
because she wouldn't kill him fast.
It'd be a slow, and it would be a brawl, too, in that small room. That would have been fucking cool. I would have loved to see that play out. I don't know if it's going to get a sequel or anything anytime soon, because I know it didn't make as much as they put in to make it, which, you know, maybe the DVD sales, it recuperated it, but, like, I don't know if they'll ever sequel this. It would be cool if maybe Lex got the chance to, because I really want to see where the fuck that was going to go. Maybe even show the police department using these fucking guys throughout Mexico. Like, it would just be fucking
I just
cool.
like movies like this because they're so shocking. They're so...
Yeah.
Oh, like, they really... Just
Give
you
that
can't watch them
surreal
and
tone,
not think.
basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like they're
If you guys were to rate this on a fucking point system, what would you give it?
I'd give it like a 8.5. Alright. And the story kind of carried a lot of it, and like the effects were like pretty good.
Yeah, gruesome as fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair enough.
And like the twist was a little weird for me, but like I can get behind it.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
true.
What do you think about it?
I think for me it's like a 9. I enjoy the movie. It's like the gore effects are really good. The twistedness of it, the twist at the end is all right. It like the second time I'm seeing the movie, it is actually growing on me, like Alex said.
Fucking fair enough. Honestly, I owned this before August Underground, and this honestly only made me want to own August Underground more. It's fucking weird to compare it. I mean, it sucks to do that too, because this is its own thing, and it should be ranked as such. I think this is one of the best found footage movies up there with August Underground. For that, I'm probably gonna give it about a solid 8. The twist is still growing on me. There are certain parts that I feel like could have been a little tighter. The camera work is a little dodgy, but again, even the scenes that weren't found footage, the camera work was kind of dodgy, and that was kind of taking me out a bit. But other than that, if the ending was extended more, maybe that would be cool. If there was a sequel, hell yeah. But I don't know, solid 8. That's what I'd say about it. It's fucking cool. Highly recommend to anyone who's into like torture flicks, faux snuff flicks, fucking splatter flicks, just anything to offend you. This will do it. This is a fucking brutal movie. Highly recommended from all of us here. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. This has been Atroz. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.